Now we're going to talk about supplier selection and what should you consider in that. With the last generation, the purchasing agent, they just get competitors' bids and choose the lowest price. Today, we are telling the purchasing professional to analyze all data before the selecting the best supplier. So, what you should consider is A. Price and cost. In price and cost, most people, as we said earlier, believe that the price is the most important factor. It is no longer that. It must be considered along the other factors, of course, but the question you should ask yourself, are the prices reasonable given the entire package the supplier will provide? Is the supplier willing to negotiate the prices? Is the supplier willing to cooperate to reduce costs? Second thing you should consider is the quality assurance. If a supplier offers a lower price but has lower quality, what would that result? In a lower cost for the company. What about increased inspection costs or waiting for additional materials to arrive to replace that defective materials? What procedures does the supplier have for the quality control and the quality assurance? Are the quality problems and corrective actions documented? C. Delivery and lead time. Delivery have become increasingly important in the supply chain relationship. What lead times can the supplier provide? What procedures does the supplier have for assuring on-time deliveries? What procedures does the supplier have for documenting and correcting problems? D. Services. Now the objective with the supplier and the customer is to move the correct number of the units to the right place at the right time. Service may be an intangible, but must be considered when making a selection. So does the supplier offer service before the sale to assets? So assist us in determining our needs. Will they offer post-sale service if there's a problem? E. Technical ability. Can the supplier deliver what we need? How much advanced notification does the supplier require for product or service changes? Sometimes the supplier will give us samples, so we can test it to determine their technical capability. F. Manufacturing ability. So, if they can make one, can they produce the quantity we need month after month? Purchasing may have to have help from manufacturing people to make this determination. Flexibility. How flexible is the supplier in handling changes in delivery schedules, quantity, and product or service changes? H. Location. If all other things being equal, closer is better. Transportation is normally less expensive, and if there is a problem, they are easier to go pay a visit. Reputation and financially stable. We want to make certain that they are financially stable. A supplier in a financial difficulty will tend to have a poor quality and greater chance of missing delivery. So you always remember, you want to establish a long-term partnership. So we want them to be there next year. So what is the reputation of the supplier? How financially stable is the supplier? Management attitude. The last generation of buyers should maintain an arm's length relation with the vendors, and they were telling the purchasing professional that they are responsible to establish and maintain a close working relationship. Also, there are other accounts you should consider. Is the supplier heavily dependent on the other customers, causing a risk or giving a priority to those needs over ours? Because different factors are important for different situations, purchasing must decide with the help of operation the importance of each factor, how much weight to give to each factor, and then rate potential vendors according to how well they can be expected to perform against this list. This process is called vendor analysis, and it's also considered periodically, or whenever there is a significant change in the weighting assigned to those various factors. After that, we have to talk about monitoring supplying performance. So after selection has been made, the supplier's performance must be monitored and evaluated. It is a purchasing responsibility to review and analyze the data and to determine if the supplier is performing as expected.